So I only got 15 minutes to make this video, so I'm gonna try to run through this as quickly as possible. But again, starting off with this new series, I want to start exposing more of these pro-black movements within the black community and explaining to y'all, how these movements are really keeping us down as a people. And you got to understand the stuff that they do is a form of white supremacy. So let me start off by saying this: white supremacy is real, is real. Racism is real. Racism is never going to go away, just so y'all know, right? But I'm trying to tell y'all how these pro-black movements all tie into that, right? So again, within the black community, you have many different cults, and all these different sectors is pushing modern day pro-blackness. So what do I mean by modern day pro-blackness? When I was caught up in the conscious community before I got into the truth, right? We learned about these beings called the Anunnaki. Let me just give y'all an example. And I forgot who created it at the time, but during COVID, you had a lot of content creators within the alien community pushing this on black folks. And I told y'all this is nothing more than them trying to, stir you away from God, the God of Israel. But that's another story. And they would say stuff like, white people know where we come from. We come from another planet. We are superior beings than them. You know what I'm saying? We have this unlocked DNA that they scared for us to unlock. Or, the sun, when the sun reaches a certain point, or when the second sun comes, we're going to unlock our Anunnaki DNA and all that shit, bro. And all that. So they were saying, like, we superior beings. This is why white people oppress us, and they scared for us to wake up to who we are as the Anunnaki descendants. This is the shit that they used to say. I kid y'all not. That is a form of modern day pro-blackness, which is nothing more than black supremacy. Then you have all these people sending these content creators money from the black community, right? Because they were believing in this nonsense, and they were telling them, hey, this is why white people keep you down, because they know you got power. They don't want you to unlock your DNA. Shit like that. Another movement. I remember when Tariq Nasheed first started this movement years ago. I remember because I used to watch his live streams. The FBA movement. Again, the FBA movement is nothing more than a cult, and to hide who y'all really are as a people. This is why throughout history, you always had a different name change, whether it was African American, Negro, Black, whatever. FBA is just another made up term that they want y'all to label yourself as. And the FBA whole movement is to tell you that immigrants are coming over here to steal y'all jobs. This is what he teaches them, and how African people hate y'all. Now, let me give y'all the truth, because I don't want to act stupid. Like, certain stuff don't exist. Racism is real everywhere in the world. Sometimes, like I said in my other video, it ain't always a black and white issue. You got niggas in the Middle East, like the Iranians and the Saudis, who don't fucking like each other. You got Asian countries like Taiwan and China who don't fucking like each other. You got Indian people that's darker than you, especially in America. A lot of shit ain't always black and white, bro. So his whole job is to preach that the immigrants is stealing y'all jobs and they hate y'all and they coming up with these regulations to keep y'all down. All that shit is fake, bro. All that shit is fake. They target people like you who are ignorant, who can't think for themselves, who never was successful in life. And I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. The Democratic Party, again, I'm not a Republican. I don't care for any party at all. But the Black Democratic Party is the worst because a lot of these people y'all see that represent the Democratic Party, a lot of them are uh against really black unity. What I mean by that is this: they're an advocate for gay marriage. They're an advocate for abortion. My bad, y'all. A lot of these niggas, bro, that preach that the white people and the Republican is white supremacy and they're keeping y'all down. A lot of these niggas is married and procreate with white people. Majority of them in the Democratic Party. But they telling you that white people keeping y'all down, but they fuck the fucking white people. They married to them. Y'all gotta stop taking people like this serious. They're keeping y'all down. Nation of Islam, another one. Eh, I'm not even gonna get into Malcolm X, man, because I feel like with Malcolm X, bro, I feel like they killed Malcolm X because he started to really wake up and realize what he was really doing. But that's another story. I ain't really about to get into that. But the Nation of Islam is the same shit. They talk all that fucking the white man is this, the white man is that. But Farrakhan do business with the white man. He was sitting next to the president of the United States and Hillary Clinton at whose funeral was it? I can't even remember the funeral, but he be sitting next to the president. How you preaching all this shit about pro-blackness and white folks doing this and keeping us down and all that, but you at fucking gatherings and shit with the president. Come on, dog. Y'all gotta stop taking these people serious. They be on the corner. They be on the corner selling y'all newspapers and grapes. This is a true story, bro. Cause I'm from Detroit. I'm in the city. I'm driving. I got stopped at a red light. A Nation of Islam nigga come to me, right? Remind you, I'm young as hell. I just got my first real job, so I ain't really got my. He was like, man, you want to buy some grapes and a newspaper? I said, man, I ain't got it. He was like, oh, nigga, you love the white man. I swear he said that shit to me, bro. And ever since he said that shit to me, I ain't never liked these niggas, bro. Again, spiritual community. Or did I talk about that? I'm missing somebody for sure. Oh yeah, the Israelite community. These niggas. So I do want to start off by saying this. A lot of the shit they talk about is true. And I got a whole nother channel dedicated to the Bible. But they preach idolize. They worship Christ. Christ is a form of idolize. We as black people, we not supposed to idolize Christ. We're not supposed to worship him. Our God is the God of Israel as it states in the scriptures. But again, this video is not for that. All right. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. They do preach hate despite what they videos say that they're not a hate group. They are a hate group. They're telling you that God is going to punish the white folks because if you actually read the book, he's actually not. You know what I'm saying? He's going to punish everybody. All right. I just putting that out there. But yes, he does have a group of chosen people, which is Judah. Uh, and many tribes fall under that name, Judah. But again, it's not the video for that. But they tell you that white people is Edom, and God is going to punish Edom, even though Edom was already punished as a nation. But anyway, and they do all these things. The white man is the devil. He come from the devil and all that. All that shit is just made up shit to put niggas who can't think for themselves in their feelings. And so that's why you got a lot of niggas out here right now that think and act like that, because they sit around all day listening to these niggas right here. They sit around all day listening to these niggas. That's all they are, is niggas. They just be on the corner. A lot of them, I hate to say it, a lot of them got felonies. So a lot of these movements, they recruit people that got felonies and stuff just so they can make some money, put some money in their pocket. I can respect some shit like that. You feel me? Because you got to live. You know what I'm saying? What else? These Hollywood movies. Again, another form of white supremacy. You got a lot of these Hollywood movies, especially that come out of LA. LA got a lot of these pro-black cults movements, man. But yeah, they push this shit. Um, police brutality, the white man oppressing us. That's why we gotta steal just to survive and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Our life is so hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta take, because the white folks is keeping us down. All that is nigga shit, bro. It's nigatory shit. Like I said, I speak real to y'all, bro. Let me, let me get on the comic book community. I'm telling y'all, you got different movements within the black community. If you into Marvel or DC or these comic books, they would tell you that, you know, uh, you know what? I'm gonna say that for another video, bro. I'm gonna say that for another video. Let's see, who am I missing? I feel like it's a few more, but I just want to expose to y'all a lot of these pro-black movements, man, within our community. Again, that's keeping y'all down. Stop falling for that. I'm telling y'all this right now. We generate $1 trillion in the black wealth. What I mean by that is they say that the black community generates over $1 trillion. We are one of the largest spenders in America. All right. But we also the poorest. So what I mean by this is that we can build up our communities. It's not hard. They just got these movements set in place, these pro-black movements, that is really a form of white supremacy, whether you want to believe it or not, that's keeping us down and stopping us from doing that type of stuff, bro. And once y'all wake up, things will be clearer for you. So that's all I got to say. I'm out.